is a landlord that moves to Chapman's from another agency. They usually move to us with their current tenants, but some choose to wait until they have vacant possession. So why would somebody want to switch letting agents? Our switchers move to Chapman's because they are unhappy with various elements of the service they have been receiving, and they feel that they, their property and their tenants would be better managed through us. Although the sector is increasingly well regulated and becoming ever more professional, we do sadly see a lot of issues within the industry. Some of the main reasons we have seen for a landlord wanting to switch to us are as follows. Financial, sporadic, delayed or missing rental payments, and with no explanation as to why. Communications, not having a dedicated point of contact. Not knowing who is looking after your property and your tenants. A lack of relevant and useful communications. And a disconnect between what the letting agent is saying is happening in the property and what the property looks like at the end of the tenancy. Lack of a joined up approach. The feeling like there is nobody there who really knows you, your property and your tenants, and so never really getting a sensible, collaborative, joined up solution to any problem. Repairs and maintenance. How repairs and larger projects are handled can be a major cause of frustration, whereby a small repair turns into a really large one because it hasn't been identified and dealt with efficiently at the start. Expensive, out-of-hour call-out charges, and the sense that somebody who doesn't actually understand the fabric of property is dealing with the maintenance issue. A lack of care and common sense. The feeling like the letting agent doesn't care about you, your property or your tenants. A sense that your property is not being looked after and that your tenants are not being looked after. And just a general feeling that common sense is not being applied to decisions that have been taken. All of these reasons can and do lead to high levels of stress, anxiety and frustration, and thus ultimately a complete loss of trust and confidence that the current agency is doing the best job for you, your property and your tenants. However, why Chapman's? Yes, things have been bad, but why would a landlord want to come to Chapman's? Experience. My experienced and accredited team manage over 200 properties, and our Google ratings and client referrals are testament to our integrity and professionalism. No rental arrears. Our commission-based income model ensures we achieve the best rentals, optimum occupancy levels, and our record of no rental arrears even during the pandemic is testament to our rigorous tenant referencing and ongoing communications if and when circumstances change. Full service. Not only do we proactively guide landlords through all the recent legislative changes, we also renovate, decorate, refurbish and constantly strive to maximise rental and capital values. Maintenance. We have invested in a 24/7 online maintenance system, as well as a top tips manual, which each tenant receives that helps them troubleshoot issues themselves. If this doesn't work, they then get to speak directly with a specially trained property manager who understands maintenance. We also have a 24/7 emergency line, which the team take it in turns to man, so that when there is an issue, your tenants speak to a member of the Chapman's team who knows your property and your tenant. And we can often diffuse a situation and avoid the need for a very expensive out-of-hours call-out. But at the same time, reducing the stress of the tenant and ensuring the property is properly protected. Innovation. At Chapman's, we are constantly striving to innovate and improve our offering, from going virtual overnight during the pandemic to offering additional and powerful services such as virtual viewings, home staging, all help maximise the capital as well as the rental value of your property. And also at Chapman's, we have very prominent and powerful values which are displayed in everything that we do. Integrity, trust, professionalism, quality service, and a caring and collaborative approach. Our overwhelming strategy in everything that we do at Chapman's is to communicate really well with our landlords, tenants and contractors, and to look after the landlord, property and tenants. We really care about how we communicate with everyone within the process, and we work collaboratively to come up with the best solution that meets the needs of the landlord, tenant and property. So, how do you switch and how easy is it? Rest assured, switching is really easy because we do all the hard work for you. Once we've had an in-depth discussion with our switchers as to why they're looking to change agencies and ensuring that their expectations can be met and exceeded by a move to Chapman's, then there are two clear ways of moving forward. Naturally, a landlord can wait until their tenant moves out and we take on the property once it's empty. However, we often find the desire and need to move is more urgent, and equally our landlords care about their tenants and don't want those tenants to have to move out just so they can move to another agency. But once a decision has been made, you would contact your existing agency and advise them that you are looking to switch, and then we do the rest. So, what do Chapman's do in the background? Liaising and information gathering. We will liaise with that agency directly and in-gather all the relevant information, such as reference checks, safety certificates, marketing photographs, leases, inventories, and so on. Confirm the switchover date. The switch date is then confirmed, and it's usually on the next rental due date, and on that date, if not before, we will pick up all the keys for the property. Meeting the tenants. We will get the incumbent agency to introduce us to your tenants so that we can allay any of their concerns and start managing their expectations. Follow-up administration. We will then sort out all the other administration in the background, such as moving the deposit across to our deposit scheme and just setting you up fully on our systems. Then meeting the tenants and our first visit to your property. We will get out to see your tenants and your property at the tenant's earliest convenience so that we can really get to know them and really get to know your property. Follow-up strategy. After this visit, we can then feed back to you on what some of the short, medium and long-term strategies might be to suit your particular circumstances.